Here we are in the studio with all the glass around me, and here's the ones we just finished. And you can see what they look like. And here it is. This is the one that's the Happy City. See how that looks? And it's right next to the fancy mirror one I did before. And here's the weave. See how this all came out? Doesn't that look nice? Oops, I got a shadow in there. No shadow. Okay, there's the weave one. And they're all on the wall. Right here. And I've got a show coming up in 2 weeks at the Sarasota Art Museum. And this one will be on display, as will this one. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, it says complete. See, right there. Now we just open up the kiln. Oh, this is heavy. All right. And move the light over. There we go. And this is what I made. This will go on hang on a wall. Maybe somebody might put it in their garden. I don't know. And I'm going to start making architectural pieces for windows. Ah, look at that. Look at the colors. Look how beautiful that is. 4 more pieces. Now I will take them all to the sink, wash the dishes, and show you with them hanging on the wall. Be right back. Now, just if I was painting a canvas, splashing things on the background, I just found this piece, and it looked really interesting to me, and I like the colors. Oh, a second. I turn this around like this. See, and I make that, mark that like that. And as you can see, I can take this now, and I follow this line, and I carefully cut it. After all, it's only glass. Look at that, look what I did. I'm getting most of my background done. Whoops, a little big over here. So I got to cut that off a little bit right there. And I will bring back more pieces in a second. Ah, we all came back. We were all fed, me and the camera. I had a cold cut sandwich, and the camera got a brand new fully charged battery, so it's happy. So, we're back here again, continuing to make these 2 pieces. Some days I have a plan. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I have drawings and everything. Everything's measured out. Some days, everything is just, hey, let's wing it. Let's see what we're going to do. So I'm not sure what's going to come out here. I'm thinking of making these tall, skinny, like happy people faces. So I cut some pieces of glass, and I use a lot of alcohol. Aha! Clean the glass, put some goop on it, put it in place, all of that stuff. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? That looks really nice. Okay, so now we've got this done. Now the next step is to find some frit. Now frit is just a fancy word, very short 4-letter word, for broken up chips of glass. You see in here, all these little pieces of glass? This is bullseye, pink opalescent. This one here is medium amber. This one here has got white coral, dark brown. Yeah, these are large pieces of glass. And of course, a lot of times I break up the glass myself. Now the way I keep my glass from going too far is I take a little bit of my gel tack and put it on the edges there. That keeps the frit from running over the sides. You see, and I'm going to fill in those little gaps. I put a little gel tack in these little plastic containers because it's more convenient. So now I decided, because we all know that you have to be the decider, that I'm going to put the pink in here. Okay. And put it right into the gel tack. Put it right into the gel tack. See how I did that? Then I just take my paintbrush, and sometimes you put a little too much. You can always put it back. There we go. All right. Go with the paintbrush. All right. Then we put the lid back on that one. We got our fancy dispensing cup, and sometimes we use these little tiny shovels which have a tweezers built in. And you just put it in the frit, and you got it right here, and you can just dump it right in there. And then you can use the tweezers to pick up the little pieces and put them exactly where you want them. And sometimes I spend a lot of time with my tweezers. And sometimes, like today, it's more like, hey, we're going to just do it. We're going to get this done today. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, we go there. We go there. Okay, this is all going to melt down together and make a color, and it's going to make a nice texture. Print is great for texture. And then we have to take out our secret ingredient. And I keep it around here all the time. Look at this, from Dollar Tree, White Rain Hairspray. Yeah, hairspray. Hairspray keeps your hair happy. And here you see I'm using up all my scrap pieces. Oh, I'm sorry, no scrap pieces, there are no scrap pieces, there are no scrap pieces. There's only small unused pieces, little tiny pieces. Okay, here they are, more little tiny pieces. See, and that one just has to go there, and that one goes there. And I put a little bit of gel tack over there to keep everything in place. And this is just creating more of my background. More background. Aha, a piece of clear goes right there, you knew that. And right there, okay. And right in there. Look at that. And you keep getting smaller and smaller pieces. And you keep going at it. Let's see. And that's why we have the little shovel and the tweezers. So that one obviously goes there, and that one goes. Turn around, there. Oh, look at that. Look at how nicely everything all fits together. Very nicely. Okay. And we'll save those for later. Oops, there's one more. Can I get it in there? Hey, look at that. It will work good. All right, and now we've cut up some other pieces. Little pieces like this. And I'm going to call that a leg. Looks like a leg. And that one looks like a leg too. All right. Fantastic. And we have more pieces because he deserves arms also. So there's an arm right there. Whoops. Let's see. I think I like to do his arm like that. And I'll put this leg over here. And we'll put this arm going up. Looks more natural that way. Okay, got one arm going up, one arm going down, a couple of legs over there. Very good. Now we have a tool. These are for trimming, ceramic tile and stuff like that. But they're also good for cutting glass. You see? And so when you need the precision, there it is. There's the hips and so forth. Now we gotta, you obviously want shoes. You need some shoes. Baby needs shoes. What color shoes do we have? Well, how about, we'll reach over here into this box. You can't see, of course. Should he have yellow shoes? Should he have orange shoes? Oh, I like orange shoes today. Okay, here's a piece of orange. Very good. Now, rather than cut it precisely, I'm going to do it like this and see what happens. See that? There's a shoe. And here's a second shoe. Well, that shoe's not as good as the first shoe. Obviously, that's a left shoe and that's a right shoe. And you could see that. But anyway, there it is. There's his shoes. There's that. And then let's see. And I think I can give him yellow hands. Okay, so this is a hand. A hand right here. Just chip that right over there. And see, I just make his arm a little shorter here. And we'll give him another hand right over here like he's waving at you. Or her. He can be a her, I guess. I can make it a her. I'll make a her and I'll make a him. And then I'll make an I'm not sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. There it's coming along pretty good. And it's going to look sharp as hell when it comes out of the kiln. Now we got to get into this one. What are we going to do here? Okay, now move this over a little bit. And let's see what we're going to do here. Well, let's see. She needs a body. So I cut this piece here, made a little line. Don't overthink it too much. Come over here where we do our top secret glass cutting. I can't show you this, because it's secret. Unless, of course, you look at one of my other videos. Whoops! There it is, all cut. Clean it with a little alcohol. Put the piece right there and say, that looks pretty good. All right. Now, what do we do next? Okay, I think we're going to go back to the frit department. All right, and I'm gonna use giant frit because I want a lot of texture on this one. See, and I just put this all in here. This holds everything in place. Okay, see, here's some different colored. This is just broken up pieces of glass. Is all it is. Somebody probably a long time ago cut their finger and said, "Oh, frit," and that's how it got its name. But anyway, there it is, right there. We put those all right in there. Put those right in there, right along the edge. Yeah. Spent a lot of time playing with tiny little pieces of glass. Where's my tweezers? There's my tweezers. Come on. You know you belong right there. Okay. See, we got that all done. Now when that all melts in, it's going to make a great texture. And it's going to look really sharp. And then for consistency, we'll do this the same way here. Because it'll have the same... This one's a little too big, so we'll save that one. That's special. That'll be later. And let's put some more right here. And put that one right there. And that big one keeps wanting to hop into my hand. It wants to become part of the art. And I say, no, we're saving you. You're for something special. Anyway, here we go. Look at this. Okay. That big one keeps coming back. A little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. There. Look at that. See what we've got here? Now, we got a little bit more of our background done. There'll be a whole lot more done in a minute. You'll see what we're doing. But now, we need a head. So we'll give her a head. All right. There we go. And let's see. And of course she needs ears. Ears. So, okay. Let's see how I had planned this. There's one ear there. And one ear there. Fantastic. And this is the inside of the ear. Oh no, that's an eyebrow. You knew it. You knew that was an eyebrow, not a part of the ear. Everybody knows that the inside of the ear should be yellow. I mean, give me a break. See? I get so busy thinking about my talking and talking about my thinking that I got my colors mixed up. Okay, now, her cousin is Rudolph, so she can have a red nose. And then her mouth broke in half, but hey, look, we don't care. She's got split mouth disease, but look, when you put it together and it fuses, it'll be perfect. Look at that, huh? How is that? Isn't that something? Okay. Now she'll have little dots on her face over here, and oh, maybe we'll just move these eyeballs up, and maybe we'll give her red eyes. Oh, that's cool. Hey, you can do anything you want. That's the one thing about being an artist. You get to decide how you're going to do this. Okay, she needs a body too. And maybe she'll get well, we'll turn her body the opposite way that we turned his body. And yes, this is not a piece of scrap. It's just a smaller piece waiting for a home. And now it's got a home. Okay, and I just bit a little here. See, right there. Happens every day. Anyway, we have legs. Just made some more pieces of glass. Didn't show you how we cut it, but anyway, you know how to do that. I'm sure you do. Okay, there we have a couple of legs, and we have a couple of shoes and feet, and everything is right there. See, it's all represented. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Move that down a little bit further. Okay, right there, right there, right there. Okay, now I'll give her two arms. He's got one arm going up in the air, so she can have one arm going up in the air. And then she has one arm going down by her side. It all works. It all works. It all works. Of course, everything's got to stay where it belongs. Okay, and you got to go over there. Right, you go there, you go there. You go like that. That looks a lot better. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Might have to get a Band-Aid on that one. Because it's okay to bleed for your art. It's just not okay to bleed on your art. There we go. I will go get a Band-Aid and I'll be right back. Yes. People on blood thinners, of course, should not do glass. I recommend watercolors. That's good. Watercolors is a lot safer. But not quite as much fun. Hey, you're trying to escape there? Okay. And here we go. Now, what are we going to do? Well, we gotta decorate this a little bit more. So what we'll do is we'll decorate the clothes here with a couple of pieces like that. How's that? And she doesn't have any hands, but she doesn't need hands. And see how this is all coming out? And then across the bottom here, you just make it up as you go, you see? And let's see, that, okay. And this one here is a little too big. I didn't have quite enough pieces, see, so now I have two. And there we go. There we go. Yeah. That's sort of the ground at the bottom there. There's that. That's all together. That's all together. All right. I think they're almost done. I got to get them all evened up and everything. Then I'll go put them in the kiln and fire away. I'll continue in 2 seconds. And now we're at one of the kilns. This is my biggest one, and therefore my favorite, because size matters in kilns. course, you have kilns for special purposes. I have the one next to this one, which is my Olympic kiln, but it's a very high one, and it's good for doing deep slumping. And then I have one next to that, another Paragon over there, which is my vitrograph kiln. And that means I can melt glass and pour out the bottom of the kiln and make long, skinny things, which go into my art. And I have videos with that too, so you can see what that looks like if you want. But here, see, he goes in the kiln right there, or she, or it. Yeah, I could be just a guy with a dress and a girl with pants. Who cares? Nothing matters anymore. It all works out right. There we go. Okay, now, of course, got to sign my name to them. And I'll show you how I do that. Okay, now I'm going to sign my name. I'm using the metallic copper. This is actually ground glass in a medium. And I have a little thing with a point on it. A pin like this that goes on top and keeps it from hardening. And then I sign my art. So this one here I'll sign right here. See, there's H, Y, K, okay, E, R, and this is 2026. So we got 26. That's my secret code. Don't tell anybody. All right, and this one is also Hyker. Now let's see. We'll put put it right here. Okay. And I'll make this one actually say 26. And then you see I can also draw on my glass and on the bottom of the shoes if I want. I can put some little dots in here because this is art. We are just having fun. Okay. Now that was supposed to be over there though. It sort of like moved about because when I shifted it, but that will all look nice in there. Very good. And the fun part is always trying to put this pin right back in that little hole. Look at that. All right. Now we come over here to the controls. And there they are, the two that we just made together. Right here, sitting right here. And this is this one. Take a close look because it's going to change a little. And here is another one of my happy cities. Right here, it's upside down. Oops. And here's a weave. A wall plaque, a piece with a weave. All glass, which is all this stuff was prepared in advance. And now I just close the cover and come over here and push this button. Idle, start, wait to hear the clicking sound, which will happen any minute now, and you know it's happy. It's 65 degrees in there, and in a few hours it'll be 1,433 degrees, and I'll be back in 26 hours, a couple of seconds for you, and let's see what it looks like when we take it out of the oven. Oh, this is heavy. All right, and move the light over. There we go. And this is what I made. This will go hang on the wall. Maybe somebody might put it in their garden. I don't know. And I'm going to start making architectural pieces for windows. Ah, look at that. Look at the colors. Look how beautiful that is. 4 more pieces. Now I will take them all to the sink, wash the dishes, and show you with them hanging on the wall. Be right back. Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.